This book looks you in the eye and says, your wounds do not define your ending. The content in this novel is graphic, explicit, and emotionally heavy. Readers are going to encounter physical and emotional abuse, domestic violence, rape, and childhood sexual assault, racism and racially motivated violence, gore, death, and trauma in vivid detail. So be warned, this book is not for everybody. And if you have this kind of trauma, it can either be a hindrance or a help to move you forward. If you need to skim, skip, or step away, there's no shame in protecting your peace. A Journey of 1,000 Miles by Kimberley Hall is a love letter to survivors, healing, and the power to rewrite your own story. Today on Books and Gratitude, we're diving into a novel that is as haunting as it is healing. A book that explores trauma, reincarnation, destiny, and resilience with stunning emotional depth. I'm talking about A Journey of 1,000 Miles by Kimberley Hall, a story that refuses to look away from pain, but insists that transformation is still possible. And let me say this up front. 5 stars, no hesitation. But this is a book you must walk into with open eyes and a grounded heart. Ava's story is courage in the face of a relentless past. Ava isn't just haunted by her past, she is actively being hunted by it. Trauma doesn't sit quietly in the background here. It rises like a living force, a metaphysical predator determined to destroy what remains of her spirit. And from the moment we meet Ava, she is running, surviving, enduring, and trying to make meaning out of psychic abilities that have given her nothing but pain. Ava's gifts, speaking to the dead, astral projection, could have been her bridge to connection. Instead, they become chains. And Kimberley Hall writes these moments with brutal honesty and deep compassion. And every page honors the reality of trauma without exploiting it. This is where Hall's storytelling becomes extraordinary. Ava's pain doesn't just echo psychologically, it fractures the fabric of reality. The reflections, a terrifying metaphysical rupture, weaponizing her memories, forcing her to relive what she never got to escape. It's poetic, it's horrifying, and it's an ingenious metaphor for PTSD. When the past invades the present, it doesn't knock, it breaks down the door. Sadly, that's true for many people. Enter Kyle, fate, love, and a prophecy written in blood. Kyle isn't your typical love interest. He's a man whose life is entwined with Ava's through prophetic manuscript, doomed 18th century romance, and a cycle of violence echoing across centuries. Now the twist, his manuscript proves that their love is cursed. Yet Kyle chooses to stand beside her anyway. This is where the book shines, in its delicate tension between destiny and free will, pain and healing, surrender and defiance. It's a story about breaking cycles, not reliving them. Kimberley Hall does something rare. She takes generational trauma, past life echoes, and metaphysical horror and transforms them into a narrative about reclaiming your power. Ava isn't just trying to survive. She's trying to rewrite the script written for her long before she was ever born. This book looks you in the eye and says, your wounds do not define your ending. Here's a necessary and compassionate warning. The content in this novel is graphic, explicit, and emotionally heavy, and the author is honest about this. Readers are going to encounter physical and emotional abuse, domestic violence, rape and childhood sexual assault, racism and racially motivated violence, gore, death, and trauma in vivid detail. So be warned now. This book is not for everybody, and that's okay. Your well-being comes first. And if you have this kind of trauma, it can either be a hindrance or a help to move you forward. If you need to skim, skip, or step away, please do. There's no shame in protecting your peace. So why does this book deserve 5 stars? I gave this book a 5-star rating because it's brutally honest and is never hopeless. It's richly researched and deeply imaginative. It's a powerful metaphor for trauma recovery. It's emotionally layered with depth and purpose. And it's a rare blend of metaphysics, psychology, and romance. And it's respectful to survivors while refusing to sanitize the pain. Paul doesn't glorify the suffering. She honors the courage required to heal from it. Now for a gratitude reflection. Let's just take a moment, because Books and Gratitude always ends by returning to what we carry forward. This novel reminds us healing is not linear, and pain does not erase worth. We are more than what happened to us. Love, real love, does not fear our shadows, and the human spirit can survive what should have destroyed it. If Ava's journey teaches us anything, it's this: you have permission to seek safety, love, and to seek a future that looks nothing like your past. And for those of us reading from the outside, we can be grateful for the resilience of these survivors, the storytellers brave enough to write about the pain, the friends who stand with us through our darkest chapters in life, and the truth that our stories are still being written and heard. Thank you for joining me on this emotional and powerful review. If you're ready for a book that challenges, transforms, and refuses to look away from the truth, A Journey of 1,000 Miles is worth every page. Until next time, I'm Shelley Meyer. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with your story. And remember, healing is a journey, and every step counts.